All right. All right. All praise to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught us the 100% truth according to the Bible. Peace, love, and salutations to the house of David, the hopefully elect who go week in and week out teaching the downfall of America, all right, going out and making their bodies a living sacrifice. Hey, shalom to the few sisters out there that learn from the elders on the comment board. Peace, love, and salutations to the few sisters. All right. This video is concerning carnality, man. When you come into this truth, you have to put away the carnal mind and walk in the spirit. You know, understand that this is more spiritual than physical. It's more spiritual than physical, meaning what? We know that the time of trouble is at hand. We're in a time of trouble at this present moment. But we cannot walk in the flesh, we have to walk in the spirit. You have a lot of our brothers, a lot of Hebrew Israelites, on the carnal side, you have a lot of 2/3, that believe that they can go out and fight the so-called white man, the Edomites, Edom, the nation of Edom, to fight them with the sword, right? So that's why you have to walk in the spirit, man. You have to walk in spirit and truth and understand that you cannot beat this devil. You cannot beat the so-called white man. He was blessed. That was part of his blessing, that he will live by the sword. But the just, you shall live by faith. Read the book of Psalms. You say that, no plague will come nigh thy dwelling. Majority of these things are spiritual, man. If you think in carnality, the Lord will give you over to carnality. And you'll get consumed out here. You'll be destroyed for thinking carnally. Okay? Nevertheless, we have to abide by what the Lord said. The Lord said in Zephaniah, wait upon me until the day that I rise up to the prey. The Lord is the only entity that can come back and put the so-called white man down. Remove him from his rulership. Remove him from, the Lord understands and he see what the so-called white man is doing. And I'm talking about Esau, right? We don't like to use that word white. But Esau, he is the nation, the wicked elites that run this society. And they are going to be put down pursuant to 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter. When you read 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter, the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai will do what? He will come back on, it talks about that he will come back on that great mountain, right? And guess what? The multitude of nations will be gathered together, to join forces in the war. They will war against each other, and at the last, they're going to join. Each other to try to take down the Most High. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. But the Lord will put fear in them, but they will durst fight when you read through that. But, you have to know these prophecies in order to walk in the spirit and know that the Lord has already preordained the way he wants to take Esau down. The Lord talks all through his scriptures about the chariots of the Lord, the chariots of Israel that was spoken by Elijah. Those are the chariots that are going to crack the sky and come back and put the so-called white man down, the Edomites. Okay, but nevertheless, the men of the Lord, that's here, that remains here, we ought to do what? Commanded what? To walk in the spirit, to go out and teach on the highways and the byways, and compel the people to come in. That's what the Lord required of us, to walk in the spirit. What manner of person are ye to be in a holy conversation? We're supposed to be totally girded up in the spirit and in truth. Not carnally. Carnality equals death. But let's get this as I'm hearing Galatians chapter 5, okay, verse 16, right? And this is Apostle Paul writing to the Galatians, okay? And he say, this I say then, walk in the spirit. Walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. So that's a part of being in this truth. You have to put away you have to put away the carnal flesh. You know, you have to put away your carnal thoughts. You know, you cannot walk in the flesh, but more so in the spirit. Now we know these spiritual bodies are going to go off because we're salacious and we're surrounded by, you know, wicked. You know, the elite set up wickedness all around us. So we won't be able to keep the law perfectly, but you can, you know, walk in the spirit by doing what? Learning the precepts and holding fast to that. Holding fast to the precepts, right? But he say, then walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. For the flesh lusteth against the spirit. They work contrary to each other, man. You know, you cannot, the Most High said it's impossible to please him. You know, when you walking in the flesh, it's impossible to please him. You know, you have to totally walk in the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, okay? For the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh. They war. This is the spirit. They warred against each other. But ultimately, if you walking in the spirit, you walking in the truth, you're gonna come out on top, man. And these are contrary. There it is. And these are contrary, the one to the other, so that ye cannot do the things that you would. Right? So that, and guess what? The spiritual demon Satan will work on your mind. You walking on the flesh, man. Like your mind might have good intentions, but your flesh is warring against that. So that's why you got to load up in the spirit with the precepts, man, so that you may grow more in the spiritual aspect. To do what? Mortify the flesh, man. Kill the body, man. All right. So verse 18. But if you be led of the spirit, ye are not under the law. Right? I mean, so yeah. Let me read that again. But if ye be led of the spirit, ye are not under the law. So you got to totally be led by the spirit. You know, because ultimately we're not going to keep the law perfectly. So that being led in the spirit is constantly watching the videos, getting edification. You know, praying and fasting. The scripture say in Corinthians that the spiritual man does the things of the spirit, man. So you got to be constantly doing the things that are spiritual to keep you in the right frame of mind, man. Let me get this real quick. Okay. 1 Corinthians 2:14. Let's go there real quick. This is the book of 1 Corinthians 2, chapter 14. But the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of the Most High, but they are foolishness unto him, neither can he know them, because they are spiritually discerned. If you walking around thinking in your mind that you can load these guns, that you can go out here and war against Esau with the weapon, you are spiritually discerned. You have to understand that the Lord said, I will fight for you. It is I that will fight for you, roughly paraphrase. The Lord will fight for you, man. There's going to be tribulation that come upon the whole world, but the elect will be saved out of there. And it's all about the elect, man. The elect is going to have the correct interpretation. And they're going to lean on that. They're going to lean, wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of their time. They will lean on the prophecies. They will lean on the faith. They will lean on the precepts in the spirit to get them through the time of Jacob's trouble, through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. You know, but mainly, chiefly, you have to walk in the spirit, man. You know, you can't be led by your flesh, man. Your flesh tells you gonna make you feel uncomfortable to where you're gonna do carnal activities. But the Lord said you have to remain in the spirit, even when your flesh is weary. You know, we don't know how the Lord is going to deliver us out of this, but we know according to the Spirit that He's going to do it. You know, He's going to do it. He's going to bring us out. We're going to end up, you know, on top. But the scriptures speak about us being scarcely saved. So we're going to make it by the skin of our teeth, man. But the Lord is going to deliver us. So that's the right frame of mind that the elect will be in. Not going out here warring against the white man. The white man had what? Super soldiers. They have instruments of war that you've never seen. They have bombs, they have laser beams that they can shoot from their airplanes. So Jacob cannot even conceive the abilities that Esau will be able to perform in that day. That's why the Lord told us to walk in the Spirit. Let's go to Zephaniah chapter, let's go to Zephaniah 3. Okay, this is the book of Zephaniah, what? Chapter 3, verse 8. Therefore, wait upon me. So the Lord said in that first sentence, wait upon him, because he's the only entity that will come back and put the so-called white man down, right? Wait upon me, you know. If we could have defeated this white man, we would have been already have done that. So the fact that he's still ruling with the sword proves that the Lord, that the Most High, that he was blessed with the sword. He allowed this Edomite to rule. He allowed this devil to rule, right? That's all really that the Edomites have to rule with is the sword, and no other nation was able to take him down out of his power. That's why the Lord is going to do what? Use these other nations to shoot their nuclear missiles on America, man. And in the midst of that, guess what? The Lord is going to come back on those chariots and completely get rid of this place, man. Zephaniah 3 and verse 8. Therefore wait upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, right? That's his determination. Is to gather the nations that I may assemble the kingdoms to pour upon them my indignation. And that word indignation is going to anger. The Lord have a righteous anger that he's going to perform on the Gentile nations. Right? The Lord is going to assemble them, for the battle. And at the last, the Most High, that Lamb that's spoken about in Revelation, Yahweh Shai, that Lamb is going to come back and totally make war with these other nations and bring them out of power. Even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. Now let's go to Isaiah chapter 6. This is one of my go-to scriptures I love bringing out. Because I really believe it's Isaiah 66, verse 15. All right? This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 66, verse 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebukes with flames of fire. You see that? So that's how he's going to return. He told you right there in Isaiah. And that's the Old Testament. That haven't happened yet. The Most High is going to come back with his chariots, and the sky is going to be filled with thousands of angels. Those are angels inside the UFO. We call them IFOs, but the world calls them the UFOs. They're going to appear in the sky, and guess what? They're going to shoot their laser beams to purify this place, man. This place is going to be burned with, fire, a fire that's never been seen before, man. For behold, the Lord will come with fire and with his chariots, like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury. Because the Lord is upset the way the Edomites are running this empire. This is a very, profane society, man. This is an abomination. This society is so corrupt. Children are able to make a decision based upon their gender. A lot of both parties can decide to marry the same sex. That nowhere are God laws are coming out of these other nations. The only people that's really pushing the law and pushing, the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushua and the prophecies is the elders of Great Millstone and on down, man. For behold, the Lord will come with fire to render with his chariots, like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebukes with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. There are not going to be many that make it out of this World War III. That's going to make it out of the time of Jacob's trouble. Only the Lord elect will be, erected out of America. You know, they're going to be erected into UFOs. How do you know pursuing the Second Thessalonians? I think it's first. Man, let me get that, matter of fact. Thessalonians 4:17. Okay. All right, this is the book of 1 Thessalonians 4, chapter 4, verse 17. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds. The cloud is symbolic to a chariot, you know, but you got to have faith to believe that. You know, a lot of people, you know, argue with that. Well, that doesn't say a UFO, that doesn't say a spaceship, but guess what? It's not going to say that. They didn't use terms like that back then. You know, they spoke very metaphorically, because this is not given to anybody. This is given to the elect, and the elect will believe it. So the cloud represents a UFO. It's symbolic to a UFO. Then we which are alive, right, and remain, because there's going to be a time of trouble like never before, man. And there's not going to be people that make it. You're going to have famine. You're going to have pestilence. You're going to have the enemy coming with the sword. So not many that will make it. You know, that's why I say, then we which are alive and remain, and the we is talking about the elect, shall remain, be caught up together with them in the cloud to meet the Lord in the air. And so shall we ever be with them. That's going to take a lot of faith for you to be able to remain and believe that the Lord will come and save you. The Lord is going to have to put a spirit on you. Because majority of our people, they tripping. They talking about assembling together. You got, you know, this militia group called themselves ain't fucking around. Yeah, you fucking around, man. Because the Lord said, forgive my French. You know, not trying to be rude or anything, but you messing around. Why? Because the Lord already designed how, you know, the movie has already been written out. All we have to do is just read the manuscripts and build our faith and do the things that he asked us to do. He didn't tell us to come out. He would have said that in the scriptures if he wanted us to come out here and battle with the white man. But eventually, he will give his men spiritual power to be able to defend themselves. And that's going to be through the order of Yahweh Hashem Shai. You know, hey, that's wicked, you know, to follow a group of people trying to go to war with the white man with his instruments that he created. Now, if you're smart, you'll understand that they have travel bans. They've been issuing, not travel bans, but they're going to eventually issue. They're going to come around and collect guns, bullets. If you go to the pawn shops at this present moment, you know it's a limit to how many guns and bullets that you're able to buy. And a lot of these Edomites that understand that it's going to be a race war, they're going to what? They're going to they have bought up a lot of the share stock. They have bought up a lot of the weaponry, you know, because they understand ultimately, you know, that they're going to get into a race war, you know. And guess what? These Edomites have been trained to shoot. You know, they have been trained to do what they do. They've been preparing for this day. You know, you so-called Black Latinos and Native American Indians, you know, you wasn't trained to do that, man. But nevertheless, the men of the Lord that are Black, Latino, Native Indians, we have a power that's going to fight for us in that day, man. This is the book of Exodus. Chapter 23 and verse 2. Right? Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil. Right? That's exactly what that is. You're following a multitude to do evil. When you tell them, hey man, let's get our guns and go fight. So you got people that literally, you know, posting in videos with their guns, trying to go, you know, believing that they're going to go there and take the white man down. You know, posting. You know, and it's brothers in the truth, Israelites that are in the truth that's doing that, man. You know, they're posting with their gun, posting with, you know, showing the world that, hey, if you believe that your strength is in that weapon, hey man, you're going to be destroyed. The scriptures say what? Wisdom is better than any weapon of war, man. wisdom is better than any weapons of war, man. You know, let me get that. All right, real quick. It's Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 18. Wisdom is better than weapons of war, but one sinner destroys much good, man. You see that? So he said wisdom is better than any weapon of war. You know why? Because listen, wisdom will cause you to be, the Most High said, you know, call wisdom your sister, your sister, man, your woman, man. You know, listen, wisdom will beat carnality at any given day, man. So the Most High said, follow not a multitude to do evil, right? But rather use wisdom because it's better than any weapons of war. You see that? So, you know, hey, you have to gain wisdom in this truth, you know, and understand that, man. That, you know, you can't do anything you can't do nothing. You can't escape this on your own. There's nothing you can do in this flesh that can deliver you out of the hands of your enemy. The Lord has to be with you, you know. And man, you know, that's pretty much it, man. I wanted to bring out a few scriptures. My name is Brother Tazabah, and hopefully this video is edifying to a brother out there. Double honors again to the apostles of Great Millstone and on down who taught us this truth, you know, the 100% truth according to the Bible. And again, peace, love, and salutations to the oculars and the brothers out there, the brothers that are going out to the highways and the byways and, you know, making their bodies a living sacrifice. You know, again, shalom to the sisters that are learning from the elders. And I want to, you know, lead this video by saying, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah. Hey, amen.